So today we'll be starting the class for the community. I thought, okay, how can I explain e-commerce marketing to beginners? How? E-commerce marketing is more like digital marketing that is being applied to e-commerce. Digital marketing is very, very broad. Like, in digital marketing, you have things like social media. When a lot of people always call themselves digital marketers, and they are not digital marketers. For you to call yourself a digital marketer, you need a lot of skills. For example, you need social media management skill. Social media management is on its own. It's a big industry on its own. You need search engine optimization skill, which is called SEO. You need digital advertising skill, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google ads. You need that one. You need email marketing skill. You need content marketing skill. So, like array of skills that you need if you want to call yourself a digital marketer. Same is actually applicable here. For you to become a full stack e-commerce marketer, let's call it that, there are a lot of skills you want to learn. It is not just social media. It is not just running ads. That is why, for example, somebody like me that is an e-commerce marketing person, I don't go online and position myself as an ads person. Say I run ads. No. If I do that, I'm limiting myself. I'm putting myself in a cage because I do more than that. So e-commerce marketing is very, very broad. And you need to understand that in e-commerce marketing, the most important thing and the only thing that you have to focus on, the only result that matters, let me say that, is revenue. When you apply digital marketing, for example, to other areas of business, say you are advertising an app, somebody build an app, and the person asks you, sorry for my voice, I had kata, sorry, but you have to manage. Say you work with somebody that built an app, and the person wants to market that app. For example, what is important? So the person wants to generate revenue, but if they hire you as a digital marketer, you most likely concern yourself with how many downloads do we have? How many people are downloading this app? That's what you concern yourself with. But in e-commerce, what matters is revenue. Whatever you like, you do. You're coming back to revenue. So I said, okay, how can I explain this? What is the best way to teach this to beginners? I said, okay, let me start with this, getting started with e-commerce marketing. And before we go on, my name is Peter Olawumi. You can simply call me POK. That's what people call me. I'm an e-commerce marketing professional. I've been doing this close to a decade now. I've worked with different brands. I've worked with African grocery stores. I've worked with pet product stores. I've worked with perfume brands. I've worked with fashion brands. I've worked with a lot of type of e-commerce, selling to Nigerians abroad, selling to Nigerians in Nigeria, selling to anybody globally. I've seen the nooks and crannies of e-commerce marketing. I have failed in e-commerce marketing. I've worked with clients that I was not able to scale, and I've scaled a lot of clients as well. One of my clients has generated about ₦1 billion in revenue this year, and this is a fact. I've worked with clients that make $1.5 million in a year as well, selling to Nigerians in the US, selling to Nigerians in Canada. I've done a lot, but I think it's time to teach a lot of people. Why? There are a lot of small e-commerce owners that reach out to me. POK, can you help me advertise? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And I'll tell them that I can't. Why? Either their budget is too small or their product is just starting. And I don't have time for that. But if it has been 6 years ago or 7 years ago, I would have done it because I'm just getting started. And And they always ask me, can you recommend somebody? Can you just send somebody to me? And truth to be told, I do not have anybody I could send to them. And that's exactly why I took it upon myself that in 2026, I'm going to do this for free. I'm going to do this for free. At least once in my lifetime, I will know I tried to teach people what I know and then leave back a legacy. At least if people reach out to me, I'll have people who I have passed down the knowledge to that I know they will be able to replicate the same success I would have done, the same success I will have had. Even if I'm not there, they will be able to replicate it. So let's get started. Getting started with e-commerce marketing. The first question that will be in your mind, what I'm going to be studying today. I try to say, okay, let's study 4 things today. Because e-commerce marketing is broad, very, very big. Like I said, it is a very, very big thing. It's not streamlined into one thing. Like I said, many people will say, oh, I'm a digital marketer, whereas they're just graphic designers. So e-commerce marketing is very, very broad. Very, very broad. So but I said, okay, we cannot teach everything in a day. So let's start with these 4 things. What is e-commerce marketing itself? What is the next thing I said I'll be teaching you? Customer journey. How do you understand your audience? And then what are the misconceptions? You must have had a lot of these misconceptions. Let's try and bust those myths today. And hopefully you go back home from this lecture. You'll go back home after watching this video with a clear understanding of what you will be facing if you decide to go further in e-commerce marketing. If you decide to make it your dream. I studied digital marketing when I began. And truth be told, I picked e-commerce as a place where I want to apply my lesson. See it as somebody that studied law. If you study law, for example, you're going to get your LLB, right? You become a lawyer. But you have to niche down. You have to choose if you want to be a property lawyer, a real estate lawyer, a music lawyer, or whatever. Same as doctors. They have to niche down for you to actually be able to apply your skills. So it is the same law. But this time around, somebody has chosen to apply it to medicine, to property, to music, to criminal law, whatever we want to apply it. Same as doctors. They might choose to further into something else. Some will become gynecologists, some will become dentists, some will become whatever it is they want to become. You see it as agriculture. Oh, I want to learn agriculture. Then the question will start arising when you start looking deep. Is it going to be crop? Is it going to be animal husbandry? If it is crop, is it going to be cash crop? Is it going to be what's the other one? Food crop. So same as e-commerce marketing. It's digital marketing, but again, we are applying it to e-commerce. So let's dive in. What is e-commerce marketing? E-commerce marketing is the process of driving awareness, traffic, and sales. Those three. That is the most important thing. You have to know it that what am I going to do here? What is it about? It's about driving awareness, number 1, traffic, number 2, and sales for a business that sells its product or service online. Those are the keywords. The keywords are awareness, traffic, sales, and lastly, online. That is it. That is the beauty of learning e-commerce marketing. Look, I am not teaching you how to own an e-commerce store. Till date, I don't own an e-commerce store. And I am not poor. I'm living good. I could afford anything I want to buy. Why? I offer my services to e-commerce owners. That's even the best way for you to get started. Go and offer your services. Sell these services. And then later you can run your own store yourself. You will have understand the industry so well. Again, maybe my own e-commerce will spring up by 2026, which I'm working on. But currently I'm offering this as a service. It just shows you the beauty that look, this skill that you are learning, this skill that you're about to learn, it's about selling online. And it makes you a global candidate for a job. When I get started, this year is the first time I have ever worked with a Nigerian selling in Nigeria. Throughout about 5 years of e-commerce marketing, I was only working for clients abroad. Wow. Why? My skill is a global skill because I try to drive awareness, traffic, and sales for businesses that sell online. So a business that sell online in the US, I could work for them. A business that sell online in the UK, I could work with them. A business that sell online in Canada, I could work with them because this knowledge, this skill is strictly digital. It is essentially traditional marketing adapted for digital environment. See it as that. See it as whatever it is you know marketing as, we are applying it in a digital sense. Most of the e-commerce you know today, they are traditional market. E-commerce is basically electronic commerce. It is commerce happening electronically. It is commerce happening in the digital world. But the digital world is not a standalone world. It's connected to our own world. That's why so many people, they'll say, oh, I'm looking to ship a product for China. I want to learn. No, this thing is real. Your mom and pop shop, that shop in your corner in that estate, it could be transformed into an e-commerce. You know that? That plumbing store that your dad owns, that he runs traditionally, it could be transformed to an e-commerce. That pet store that you own traditionally, it could be transformed to an e-commerce. I want you to see e-commerce as commerce that is happening electronically. Don't see it as a get rich quick scheme. Don't see it as something you just do for a while and it's done. You could build a store, you could build legacies with this. This is what people like Rihanna, Beyonce are doing, but they took their time to work on their products. Many people are selling banana bread today. They can sell on e-commerce. They can you can strictly be an e-commerce. Why? It saves you a lot. But let's keep focus on defining what e-commerce marketing is. You're focusing on directing those potential customers to the store of that person, converting them into paying clients and keeping them for long term. Look at it now. It is based on awareness, traffic, and sale. And then when you drive the customer to the store, you try and get them to buy, and then you try to get them to come again. Look at it like if you have a physical store or in the front of your house, and then you drive people, and then somebody comes there and say, hey, knock, I want to buy that product. And then you show them the product, and then they go away. Why did they come to your store? Maybe somebody will have told them that there's a provision store here, or maybe they saw your signboard, Mommy's Grace provision store, and then you go there to go and buy. That is awareness, the origin awareness. The fact that they step into your store, they came to the front of your store, that is traffic. But when they got there, imagine they say they want to buy, let me say Tural soap, and then you say, oh, no Tural soap, and then they turn back, and you said, oh, do you know that the toy is also cool? You can use the toy, it's the same thing. And they said, okay, now bring the toy, and then they buy. What did you just do? You just sold, you just did sales. But then the way you attended to them, you saw them again the next morning, they were heading to work, and you said, hey, thank you for your patronage yesterday. Thank you so much. And then they said, all right. By evening, when they were going back home, they stopped by at your store, and then they bought again. Now they are a repeated customer. We'll talk about this. I'll use this example continuously as we go on in today's course. So what are the primary goals of e-commerce marketing? Like I said, to drive traffic, to get visitors to come to the store. That is your game. That is your aim. You want to get them to come to the store. Just like you want them to come to the physical store, if it's a physical store. You also want them to come to the online store. That is the aim. The second one is when they come, you want them to buy. You want them to buy. That is convert the visitors. And then last part is you want to retain them. You don't just want that bros that came to buy Tural soap. You don't just want them to buy once and leave. That is why you were smiling. You were happy with him when he was buying. And then when he was getting ready to work the next day, that's why you were talking to him all happy and all. Why? You want to retain him. You want him to be a repeat customer. Do you see the way I'm explaining this thing? The way you were smiling and laughing, you can do that online. The way you greeted him when he was heading back to work the next day, you can do that online. Yes, how can you do that? It's about, somebody bought from your online store today. The next day, you send them an email thanking them for buying from you and saying, you used to see them some other time. That's the same thing. Just look at, like I said, e-commerce marketing is you adapting whatever traditional marketing means. Whatever marketing you are seeing like this, you can replicate it on the digital space. For example, if you look at billboard, for example, that is everywhere. Billboard is simply advertising. You see those Instagram ads, those Google ads, they are just like billboard. That is the equivalent of billboard in the digital space. So that's how you should look at e-commerce marketing. But you should always have this in your mind, that which of these three go, this action I'm about to take, this marketing strategy I'm working on, this marketing plan, this idea, which of these three goals is it going to address? Is it going to help me drive in more people? Is it going to help me convert the people that are already at my door? Or will it help me retain my customers that are always coming to come and buy from me? Can it help me retain them? That is the question you should always have in your mind, and you should always ask yourself whenever you want to do e-commerce marketing. So what are the key channels and strategy? Like I said, there are a lot of whatever it is happening online, offline, can be done online, can be replicated. So what are the key channels you need to know that people use for e-commerce marketing? There are a lot, but let's focus on these ones. Email marketing. That is one on its own. Like I said, it's very, very broad. But each of these contributes to these three goals. Each of these channels, they contribute to these three goals. That is why you don't just learn one and say, I am now an email marketer. I want to be an email marketing person and I want to be freelancing. That's all I want to become. That is too small-minded to do. You shouldn't do that. You should strive to learn all of this channel so that you can become a proper e-commerce marketer like POK, a well-known and well-grounded e-commerce marketer like POK. You should strive to become that. Yes, it is not easy to drive =1 billion naira in revenue for somebody or $1.5 million for another person, simultaneously driving that revenue. I have an e-commerce marketing agency today that generates revenue for people around the world. Why? It's because I took my time to learn all of these channels and I became so good at all of them that I can teach you each of these things. So many people will brag that they are very good at email marketing. I don't go online and call myself an email marketer, because why? I'm more than that. I don't also call myself an influencer marketer or affiliate marketing or social media. You would have heard a lot of these things as, in 2026, if you want to have money, go and learn social media marketing. That is just a pinch of salt in e-commerce marketing. If you go and learn email marketing, they will tell you that is just another part, another bite about email. Affiliate marketing, they will shout. They will say that everybody was shouting affiliate marketing. That is another, just a small part in this e-commerce marketing thing that I'm talking to you guys about. Ads, that is just another fraction. Or Shopify management, another part, or SEO. So these parts are very, very weighty. They are very good e-commerce marketing channels. But again, you need to learn them. And you don't just learn them under a year. I did not learn everything at once. I started with SEO, I started with writing, then email, then ads, then all of those. I keep on learning and learning and learning till I get better in all of these channels. So these are the channels: email marketing, content marketing, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, social media marketing, advertising, and SEO. Those are the channels. Remember, each of these channels addresses these three goals. These are the three goals you want to achieve. You are either driving traffic or converting them to sale or retaining them. Remember what I defined e-commerce marketing as? The process of driving awareness, traffic, and sales for people selling online. And what is the goal? You are directing potential customers to the online store, you are converting them and you are turning them to repeat customers. Moving on to the first channel, email marketing. What is it about? What is this email marketing about? It means you are sending targeted emails to subscribers for promotional offers, abandoned cart reminders, product recommendation, post-purchase follow-up to nurture relationship. Let me talk about post-purchase follow-up alone so that maybe you get this. Remember what I was talking, that example I gave about that bros that came to a physical store to buy Tura soap. And I said, he didn't buy Tura soap because you don't have, but you sold him the top. Then the next day, when he was heading to work, he said, hey bros, you came to buy the Tura yesterday, but we sold you the top. Were you able to use the top? How was it? Was it good? Hope he didn't have any side effects. This and this. And he was so happy. Then he left. That is a post-purchase action. An action that happened after a purchase has happened. That is one of the things you could do online. And how could you do it? It's by email. I mean, many people will buy from you. So do you think you can be calling each customer to talk to them? No, you can't. But these things needs to happen. You need to talk to your customer after they must have bought from you. And how do you do that? You can only do that via email marketing, because email marketing can be automated. You will always see people online, they will say, hey, I know automation. Automation is another good thing that is trending now. But that is again another small fraction in e-commerce marketing. And if you want to be good at this thing, you need to know all of this. Automation is something that happens in email a lot. Email marketing and automation, as it's being called, because you will automate and say, hey, Klaviyo email. Klaviyo is one of the most popular tools in e-commerce email marketing. You can go watch YouTube videos to learn more about how to use Klaviyo. Very funny. I did not learn how to use Klaviyo. Why? Because when I started digital marketing, I was sending emails via HubSpot. And the moment I know how to use HubSpot, I know how to use Mailchimp, I know how to use Klaviyo and all of these tools, because they are similar. So email marketing, that is it. That is what you are doing with email. Post-purchase follow-up, abandoned cart. When somebody comes to the store and they did not buy, maybe because the shipping is too high, maybe they did not like the product or something. Email is the way you can use to communicate with your customers. Hey, you want to have discount sales tomorrow, just like we're having Black Friday. You have to send out an information and say, everybody in my store, all my customers, there will be discounts tomorrow. Come. Next one is content marketing. What is content marketing? Like creating and sharing valuable content, blogs, videos, graphics. You are doing all of this to do or to attract, to sell, or to retain. So you will have seen that many people, they always say, oh, this is not SEO yet. I'm talking about content marketing. SEO is just strictly sometimes writing and all of those things. But you see, content marketing, it is very, very broad. It is very, very important. Why do you think brands always talk a lot about their product? Brands always go on a place like you'll find a magazine that is popular in their niche, say an health magazine. If I'm selling supplements, for example, all I need to do is find an health magazine and go and write an article about my supplement inside that health magazine. Why do you think many people in tech space, they'll go and write an article on Tech Kaba? Why? That is content marketing. That is content marketing. What are they trying to do? They are trying to educate. They are trying to attract. They are trying to engage their audience via every possible means. Some of your customers might like video. For example, what I'm doing right now is creating a YouTube video. Correct. If I put this on YouTube, for example, how were you able to join my community? It's by content marketing. That's what I did. I recorded the content, which is what? Valuable. Something, I did not just dance. Something valuable. You saw the value in the content. I told you to join my community, that you will get more of that. And you clicked and you joined my community. That is how content marketing works. You can do the same for an e-commerce brand. Say, for example, I'm a supplement brand. I sell supplements for gym groups. And then I wrote that, hey, there's a trick on how you can build muscle in less than 30 days. And I wrote it, blah, blah, blah. and maybe some of them tried it and it's working for them. And I said, hey, for you to know more, sign up and subscribe to my email. And then they subscribe to the email. And then in the email, I send them another and I send them, now that I have their email address, and I send them an email and said, hey, for you to try this our supplement out, take this 50% and 50% discount and try it out. And then maybe the person now, okay, 50%, that's good. Then at least for a trial, if it's not good, at least I did not pay the full money. Then they try it out, and then now they are all right. They love the product, and then they keep on buying. Look at it. This process I just explained to you, 2 channels has been combined: content marketing and email marketing. Why? Because it is the content that I wrote about the supplement online that brought the person into the email, or it is email marketing that converted them. Now, the content I wrote was able to do a attracting job, traffic job, awareness job, but the email was able to do the converting job, and the email will continue to do the retaining job. Now, see, if I say it is only content marketing that I want to know, how will I be able to connect it with email marketing? It is not possible. That's why I told you all of these channels are important, and you have to master all of them. Moving to the next one, which is PPC. It's about Google Ads. Majority of time, PPC is Google Ads. And then Google Ads is very, very powerful if you are learning e-commerce. If you want to do e-commerce marketing, I don't think any e-commerce brands. Well, some people. I have some clients that we only advertise on Meta. Actually, it's not everybody advertise on Google, but Google is important for many e-commerce brands because you have to learn it, and that is simply Google Ads. I don't know how everybody knows Google Ads, so this is Google Ads. I don't have to explain more than that. The next one is social media marketing. Social media marketing is not just about posting on social media. I categorize Facebook ads. Any social media manager that does not know how to run Instagram and Facebook ads, you are not doing anything yet. You should go learn it. Why? It is incorporated now. So it's about using social platform to drive traffic. That's why you see a lot of people on TikTok dancing with their products, jumping on trends with our product. What are they doing? They are doing social media marketing. They are using that platform to attract the audience to their platform, to their online store, so that they can buy. That is social media marketing for you. It is all of these channels. I'm just explaining what they stand for, but they are deeper. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of principles that they follow that you need to go and learn before you can actually use this channel for proper e-commerce advertising. The next one is SEO, optimizing your online store, your product pages, your blog, so that when somebody go on Google and say, hey, where can I buy palm oil in the UK? I'm gonna show you an example of that, what I'm saying. So if I say, where can I buy palm oil in the UK? Look at it. What is up here is Amazon, right? You can see Amazon. You can see these stores that are showing up. This store is in Calabar. This thing is there. You can see this store they are showing up. This is the whole point. You see this one that sponsored product. This sponsored product, for example, now what it means is this is Google Ads. This one you are seeing that I'm highlighting by the right hand side. They are Google Ads. Now these ones are here. They are Google Ads. This one you are seeing that they are. Why are they here? Why is this one here? This one is this Ogbonge. Why is it here? Why is it not here? Why is this one next? Why is this one's down? These ones are down because of what you call SEO, search engine optimization. So there's a way that Google rank all every website that is on the internet. Google rank them by a lot of things. If you want to go to say SEO, you have to go and study it deep. But there's a reason why some website will be top when you search for some keyword. Some website will be at the very, very top. Some of them will be at the very, very bottom. Some of them will be on page 10. What is happening there is what we call search engine optimization. That is another channel for e-commerce marketing. Like I said, what you are seeing here, why they have sponsored products, these are Google Ads. That is why I said, this is what I was talking about for pay-per-click. This is another important part. If I click on this thing now, Google will charge the person that is sponsoring this product because I already clicked. Moving on to the next item on the list. Yeah, influencer marketing. You are partnering with an influencer. You must have seen a lot of influencer partnership all over the world. Say for example, you might have seen maybe they say, can I use as an example? Maybe there's a particular influencer that is fashion, that love fashion. So he does a lot of fashion content. So people knows him for fashion. Maybe he has about 50,000 followers. And I just started a fashion brand. Maybe I'm selling very good gown to women. Then I just feel like, okay, and I message the influencer, hey, can I send you my products? This is my gown that I just made. The price is 150K per one. I feel like your audience will like it. So can you just wear it and use it for your content? And then we can collaborate on Instagram. And because the influencer will say yes, but I'm going to keep the cloth after the content, and then you pay me 1 million naira. And if you want to use the content for art, you have to pay me 1.5. And then you say, no, I don't have that. Okay, you can keep the clothes, but I will pay you 700. Okay, yeah. If you pay me 700, the video will only be on my page for 1 month. After 1 month, I will delete it. Okay. Well, if I pay you 1 million, will you not delete it? Will you stay there for life? Okay, pay me 1.2. Let me just do that. What I'm just explaining right now is influencer marketing. It's about looking for an influencer in your niche, looking for influencer in the niche of the person you are marketing for, and saying, okay, who has authority? Just like Apple, for example, they'll go and make that popular guy on YouTube that does a review to help them talk about their product. Say, for example, you may see African grocery store in the UK and US. You look for an African that will help them do partnership influencer marketing. So that's how influencer marketing works. It's another big channel in e-commerce. Another big channel in e-commerce. And you need to go and study how do you source for the influencer? Which type of influencer should you use? Should you use which type of platform should you focus on? If you want to do influencer marketing, for example, you cannot just do any influencer. You cannot use Twitter influencer for a product that should have been TikTok. If you don't understand the nitty-gritty, you just waste your money. Like I said again, everything must generate revenue. That is e-commerce for you. Every money you are going to spend on marketing must generate revenue in return. Affiliate marketing, you all know this. It's simply saying, okay, hey, my product is 100,000, but if you sell my product, you will get 10K. You will get 10%. So you now create link for everybody. I can just go to your website now and then join as an affiliate. I'll just join. I will have my own link. I will now start advertising. I can now run Facebook ads using my link. And if anybody join via my link, that is to my own positive. And then I'll take my own 10%. So many people always market affiliate marketing as if it is something. It is a standalone thing. It is not standalone. Just like I'm explaining all of these channels now, they are not standalone. They are part of a big puzzle called digital marketing. And then when you are applying digital marketing to e-commerce, they are now a part of a big puzzle called e-commerce marketing. And all of these things work together. Once you hack it, you will see how they will be working. You will see how they will sell out. My client that generates $1.5 million in a year, look, it did not generate that via ads alone. I'm not going to come here and tell you that it is my ads alone that did that. Yes, my ad did about 70% of it. But SEO did a part. Social media did a part. Yeah, so I'm not going to come here and say, it's not just marketing. A lot of things are involved and they marinate together. And that is why every channel is important. Moving on to the next one, which is customer journey in e-commerce. E-commerce marketing is about a journey. Like I said, you are driving traffic, then there's a sale, then you retain. You drive traffic, you sell to the traffic, you retain the traffic. Those are the three goals. So that means there's a journey for every customer that will buy from you. They are going to go through a journey. So the customer journey in e-commerce is the entire end-to-end experience a customer has with an online brand. Starting from the very first interaction with you, maybe when they click your ad, maybe when they see your first video on Instagram, maybe when they see you on Twitter. Starting from that moment till when they will buy and buy again and buy again and buy again and start telling every of their friends about you. That is the customer journey. It is a long journey that should not end until the customer is tired of buying from you, which you don't hope for if you keep optimizing your product. So what is customer journey? I'll be explaining it with these 5 key stages. The 5 key stages of e-commerce customer journey are awareness stage, consideration stage, purchase stage, retention stage, and advocacy stage. So every customer will go through these 5 stages. That is your hope. Many of them might drop off at awareness stage. They might get to awareness and then they will just drop. Some of them will get to purchase, but they will not come back. That means they drop off. They do not reach retention. Some of them will retain, but they will not be your advocates. That means they are not telling everybody about you. They will not get to advocacy. But these are the 5 stages of a customer. These are the stages you want them to work for you. And you see, all of those channels that I've talked about, they all serve these stages too. They are doing something. For example, social media marketing is helping you with awareness. It's helping you with consideration. Google Ads, for example, is helping you with consideration and purchase directly. E-commerce is always email marketing is always helping you with consideration, purchase, retention, and advocacy. That's how powerful email marketing is. So, like I said, it's not just one channel fit all. You don't just do one and say you have done everything. No, they are all knit together and they work together. So what is awareness? This is when the customer recognizes they have a need, a problem, or an interest and begins to look for great general solutions. If you don't know your brand, I cannot send that person. They might not know your brand, but what is important is they have already spotted that there's a problem. Say maybe somebody that has acne on her face. She might not know your brand as you sell a face cream that cures acne. But again, she is already aware of that problem. So what are they always searching for? What will that person that has acne will be searching for? How to cure acne, best face cream for acne, this and this. They'll be searching Google. They'll be looking at any. If you record a YouTube, an Instagram reel, and you say, "Hey, if you have acne, I will tell you the solution in the next 30 seconds if you stick around." That is it. If that person have acne, the person will stick around and they'll watch the video. As simple as that. So, and that is awareness stage. So what are the channels and actions you can be taking at awareness stage? That's the same. You should be doing SEO content, your blog post. Hey, five ways to cure acne. A lot of people, you have to be writing articles, informational content where people are searching. This is why I say all of these things are working together. As I'm doing SEO at this stage, you're also doing social media, because social media will also help them. That you are posting engaging content that will educate them, because they are now aware of a problem. You should now be pushing up content, ads, PR, and all of these things that will address that problem, that will position your product as a solution to their problem. The same way you are making Instagram reel videos and saying, if you give me 30 seconds and I will show you how to cure acne before 30 days. And you say blah 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 blah. This product, you do all of those things. That is Instagram reel. The same way you can write an article and say cure acne in less than 30 days. This cream magically clear my acne in less than 30 days. And then you write the article. Ooh, you put it on Google. That is SEO. It is still addressing the awareness stage. Then consideration. This is when the customer are evaluating different brands. Now the lady is aware she has acne, but now she's already searching Google. Google is already suggesting some blogs to her. She's already reading those blogs. She's already on Reddit. She's already reading reviews about other products. Now she's in consideration stage. She's now considering, should I buy this product? Is it this product that I should buy? They're not comparing. They're not reading reviews about your product and another person with the product. They're not watching the product video you made. Oh, somebody, a client of yours that that give you a video review and say, this is my face before I started using this cream. This is my face after I finished using this cream. Again, what I just said now is an ad concept. So if you have not watched my 30 e-commerce ad concept video, go to my channel and watch that video. If you want to create successful ads that work, go and watch the video because it works. So your focus at the consideration stage should be to prove that your product is better than the competitor's product. Now, look at me. Your social media content at awareness stage is different from your social media content at consideration stage. You don't need when you want to make social media content, you need to understand that which stage of which customers of which stage does this content address? Is it the people that are on awareness, or consideration, or retention? So that's why you have to be doing product like, okay, I don't. Some of you have used that other product that is in green, green bottle, but it's not good. It didn't work. Why? Because it does not have this. And this other product, it has it. It has it in large quantity, and that is why it works. Many people. That is when you are now doing comparison content, because you want to address the customers that are in the consideration stage. The next stage is purchase stage. This is when the customer wants to buy. They want to click on the buy button, and that's what they want to do. They want to buy. This is the time they want to buy. The content is also different. That's another stage entirely. You want to make sure that your checkout process is very, very smooth. You don't want to compromise that place. You don't want to complicate that place. The type of email you send at this level is different. The type of social media content you make at this level is different. This is when you make social media content like, this is how you can place an order on our platform. And then you say, okay, you go to this place, you click on this place. When you make that kind of content, you are addressing customers that are at the purchase stage. So each content is meant to address different people with different at different stages. The next one is retention. Now they are bought from you. They are aware they have a problem. They considered you. They bought from you. Now they are in the retention phase. So your focus here is to turn one-time buyers into repeat purchasers. That is the focus here. After they bought, what will you do? This is where you have to make something I call post-purchase strategy, post-purchase action. What will you do when somebody have bought from you? When you have done all of that stress, you've run ads. After they bought, what will you do? You don't want to lose them. That is why I said that woman will greet that bros and say, hey, is the product good? Did you enjoy it? That is why you have to check up on the clients using what? Using email marketing, automated emails that works. This is where you want to get them to retain. This is where you want to retain them. And that is what I said that woman was doing without bros. Actually, you can do it via email as well. You can call some of your customers. You can write SEO content that will help them, that will retain them. You can give them loyalty bonus. You can do a lot of things. And this is what you need to understand about retention. Advocacy stage. This is where all of us want our customers to reach. The point where they are telling everybody, hey, if you're not using this product, you are dead. There was a time I'm the chief advocate of OP. I was telling everybody, you need to get on OP. You need to use OP. You need to use it. They're not paying me for that. Well, what? I have used the product. I've bought from them. They were able to retain me. And now I am their advocate. We, all of us in life, we are advocates for one product or the other without the brand even paying us anything to do that. But that is where you want to get your customers to be in e-commerce. That is exactly where you will start printing money. You start making billions of naira. If you can get your customers to be at this level, all of these things they are all in e-commerce marketing. That is what everything I'm talking about. They are all in e-commerce marketing, and you want to study them deeply and deeply. Everything I've mentioned, they go deeper. Advocacy strategy, for example, is one on its own that you have to think and study. But again, the moment you pick up a product and you try to market it, that's how I always tell people, you learn by doing. You don't learn by just cramming. You learn by doing. And all you need to do is pick up a product. Even if your friend is selling on WhatsApp, pick up that friend product today. Do it for free. voluntarily apply these things. Just study it. What is social media marketing? Look at the things you need to do. Start doing it. Start helping that small business. You learn by doing. The more you do, the more you understand these things, and then the more they are inside you. For example, all of these things, I don't need to crack my head to teach you. Why? They are right there. They are in me. Why? I have done them. I'm not teaching you. I did these things myself. I've done them. I've used them to generate revenue. I have executed these strategies over and over again, and they have worked. And that is why most of the things I say, they are unconventional. They are not the things that some people are used to. Because the way I approach e-commerce, I approach it as a normal business. I don't approach it as, get the sales, and then boom, we close it. No, that is fraud. I approach it as a normal business for long-term purposes. That is why my marketing strategy are always for long-term. My email strategy are long-term. Everything I do in e-commerce marketing is always planned for long-term. So, and then the last thing is understanding your audience and niche. The people you want to sell to. If you don't understand them, you cannot sell to them. So your niche is specialized. What do they like? Your niche is a specialized segment of the market where your products or services fit. You hear a lot of people, they will say, I'm in the beauty niche, I'm in the perfume niche, I'm in the supplement niche, I'm in the health and wellness niche, I'm in the food niche. There are a lot of niche in e-commerce, a lot of niche you can go and Google them. So, but you need to understand your audience and you need to understand your niche, because all of these things changes. Like I was saying about influencer marketing. If your audience are Gen Zs, you want to know that the influencer you will use will be a Gen Z on TikTok. If you use Stella, for example, to come and say you want to market to me, I will not buy. Why? I am a millennial. Stella is not. So I will most likely connect with a millennial influencer. So now that is what I'm trying to tell you about influencer marketing. It is a channel that goes deeper. You have to study it. So that is why I'm saying, understand your audience, understand the niche, because it will determine many things that you will do. It will determine the platform that you will prioritize. You cannot be on every platform and be strong. You cannot be on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and then except you hire people. But again, you have to pick the platform you want to dominate, because that is where your audience are. You must have determined that my audience are more on TikTok. Let me go there and dominate there. Let me stay there more. For example, I have presence in every other social media, but my presence is more on Twitter, because I believe that is where my audience are. Twitter and LinkedIn, because I'm talking to business owner more than just anybody. So let's go to know your ideal customer. That is it. You need to know your ideal customer. That is how you understand your audience. And how do you know your ideal customer? What is their demography? What is their age? What is their gender? What is the location? What is their income? What is their education? That's demography. There's a client I run ads currently for. I don't do anything on Facebook Ad Manager than to target women. That's all I do, because women are the people that she wants to sell to. I just pick the gender and then I leave it. Broad targeting. I was able to do that because I took time to know the ideal customer. I took my time to understand the audience. What is the psychography? Psychography are interest, hobby. What are the type of content they engage in? What are the type of content they love? What are the type of content they will like? What is their pain point? What is the frustration? Why exactly do you think they want to buy your product? Why? Why do you think they want to buy that product that you are selling? Why? What will that product do to them after they are purchasing? How will it make them feel? Will it make them feel proud? Will it increase their self-confidence? Like makeup, for example, now, it's not just that it makes women beautiful alone. It increases the self-confidence of women. It makes them want to love themselves more. That is the actual thing that you are selling. It's not just the product. You sell the feeling attached to it. What is the feeling that product will bring out in the customer? What is their buying pattern? What is their buying power? You want to target, for example, you want to target Gen Z and you want to price your product at 150,000 naira. You will not sell. Why? Gen Zs are not making enough money like that. People spending money currently are millennials. Gen Zs they have money too, but they are not that old. They are still very, very young. The oldest Gen Z is about 28, 29. You cannot compare it to the oldest millennial that's about 40 or something. So that is what I'm trying to. You need to understand their buying pattern, their buying power as well. You need to understand it. So these are things that you need to do. If you are the e-commerce owner yourself, you have to do it. If they hire you, you have to take your time to do all of this research over and over again, and then you will know how to approach that particular client, because every client is different, because every product is also different. So research methods for understanding your audience: survey and interviews, talk to the audience, call the customers, speak to them, send a Google form, let them fill it for you, research the competitor, go on Reddit, go and read comments, go on the competitor YouTube page, read the comments, go on the competitor Google review, read the comment, read the 3-star comment, the 2-star comment, look at the gaps, look at the things that people are saying negatively about them. Look at it. If your product actually corrects those things, if your product undo those mistakes, talk about it more, because that is what is giving you competitive advantage. I talked about competitive advantage in one of the YouTube videos I recorded that will be out very soon. I called it what you should know before launching an online store. That is a very powerful content that I took them to record. You should go check it out when it's out. That's why you need to subscribe and check it out. Social listening, analytics, all of these things are ways to research your audience. Then lastly, common misconceptions. E-commerce marketing, e-commerce is a get-rich-quick scheme. No, it is not. I'm repeating this part because if you are in this course, if you're in my community because somebody told you that you can ship products from China, and that's not what I'm teaching here. That is not it. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm teaching you how to own a business for long term without having it traditionally. You don't need to open a store, a physical store in your estate before you sell grocery online. You can say the cutoff time for grocery selling is 2 p.m. So every order that comes in before 2 p.m., you will deliver that same day by 5. So you wake up, you are waiting for every order to come in. People place the order, they place the order. By 2, you go to the market, you start buying those things. And then by 5 p.m., start delivering. You do not have any store. You do not have any place, but you own an e-commerce that is generating revenue with this I just said example. That is what I'm saying. I'm not talking to people that want to just get rich quick. That same strategy that I'm talking about, for example, once you generate enough revenue, you can now go and build your own big warehouse so that you can have fridge and stop running around. You can now have stock so that when they buy, you can deliver immediately. So that's how e-commerce works. Some people start with just selling from their bedroom. They will order the shoes will be in their bedroom, and they'll be delivering from there. That is what e-commerce gives you. Great product. If the product is good, it will sell itself. No. There was a day one of my clients did something. It was like I should pause the ad. I paused the ad. The sales dropped because he was beginning to think that the product is what is selling itself. No, the product does not sell itself. The product has to be sold through the digital market, e-commerce marketing channels I spoke about, through email, ads, social media, SEO. It has to be sold via those channels. Customers will only care about lower price, so I have to reduce my price. No, it is not a price. If you play a price game in e-commerce, you will lose. Nobody wins in a price war. So you need to find a profitable price to sell to yourself. And that's why you need to watch my next video on what you need to know before you launch an online store. I spoke about these things in that video. More traffic will always mean more sales. No. Because if you drive traffic that are not genuine buyers, they will not buy. Ads are quick fix for long-term growth. No. SEO is dead. Email marketing is dead. This one is dead. No, they are not dead. They work. One of my clients just generated $90,000 this month. $90,000 via Black Friday sales. $90,000. Majority of those sales came via email. Why? Because he does a lot of work in his email. He educates the audience in the email so well. Like, it gives a lot of value. Just like I'm giving value to this community, for example. It gives a lot of value to people via that email, such that is his own selling channel. That is his own powerhouse. So another one is just post on social media is enough. No, don't just post. Know the stage, know the problem that post is going to address. Is it addressing an awareness problem, a consideration problem, a retention problem, an advocacy problem, a purchase problem? What problem is it going to address? Don't just post anything. Every video I drop on my Instagram is addressing a particular audience. I know some of them is addressing my clients that are going to come from the US. Some of them is addressing people that I want to join community. Some of them are beginner level content. Some of them are mid-level content. Some of them are pro level content. I know the audience those content are meant for. So when I'm running ads, for example, for my beginner content, I don't go beyond 25 because what? I need the younger generation. Those are the people I want. So I'm giving you expo so you understand these things that you need to. This is social media marketing. You just people post. It's not just post. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about it. Then the last one is that mobile optimization is an option. No, you might not understand this here, but know that mobile optimization is a must. You need to optimize for mobile because many people that will buy from you will be buying via their phones. And then, thank you very much. I'll be taking questions now.